Hello everyone, IanXIlyana here. Wow. PTSD after PTSD after PTSD. That's all I can really say because I go for breakfast and because the I guess a front desk attendant didn't get to shit on time, waited until I was there and then all of a sudden came running toward me. Now, I have a steaming hot cup of water, so I'm not saying I would start no shit, but let's be clear, California, you can't just run up on a person. And I know that we live in a celebrity culture where that's considered okay to do. It's just, no, you don't do that. I'm almost at the point where I have to say it's like I'm not a celebrity, but I'm just a handicapped person. I'm a handicapped person. I'm just going to ask for things that make sense. And I'm going to document it every single time because, yeah, that was timed so perfectly. The guy staring his fucking cop, the guy came down the stairs at the same exact time. And then as soon as her phone call ended, then she comes over and it's just, I'm just disgusted with people in general. And I hate myself for having PTSD. I mean, when you have PTSD, you're never going to be happy with that situation because now everything is a threat. Now everything is combat. And it's just like, why do you need that level of PTSD when at this point I'm on vacay, I'm on holiday, so I don't understand why people try to stress me out. Like, get your shit together. Like, don't you have fucking bills to pay? Because I don't know who paid you to come running over, but if things look a mess because you didn't get to it on the time because you were on the phone yapping with your family or whatever, and I have to say, yeah, you were probably yapping on your phone with your family, and that's why you didn't get to shit on time. But here's some facts. I'm not gonna denigrate this girl for what she did because it's just she didn't understand. She didn't understand. You don't grow up with people with PTSD sometimes. You don't grow up with people who have service animals. But let me just school you on this. I'm going to go to your manager and I'm going to explain that that is just not appropriate to do. Because even with my PTSD, yeah, I fucking cry all the time. I cry and I cry and I cry. But I will also talk to head management and say, you know what, protocol. If something is amiss, if something is not right, what is the protocol? The protocol should be I will wait until the guest leaves, and then the next person will have everything perfect. That makes a lot more sense than I'm going to be running up and, oh, let me fix this for you. It's just like, no, no, don't have that energy. Because I was being chill. I started off today saying, I don't care about yesterday and whatever fiasco I was talking about there. Let me just talk about good, clean energy. Because California is all about the happy happiness. It's just, if you want that out of me, you're gonna have to meet me fucking halfway. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna be bitch and moan 24/7 because like I say, I don't tolerate people talking back to me and I certainly don't tolerate people invading my personal space under the guise of, but I just wanted it to be perfect for you, let me make it perfect for you. It's like, no, 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 you didn't make it perfect for me because you were yapping on the phone with your family on the job, and it's just, you're getting paid. Like, do you not see? I don't care what I wasn't trying to eavesdrop on that poor woman's family trouble, whatever. But you could have Just taking the time to do that ahead of time. And then if you want to talk on the phone, maybe your boss says it's California, gab on the phone, just watch the doors, make sure, nothing crazy fucking happens. But if your job literally is, I'm supposed to stack the little sugar cubes or whatever, then you stack the sugar cubes. I can't even fucking say the word. It's too early in the morning. Okay, you get your shit together before I show up. And then if I'm there, the experience is the experience. California has had decades of practicing for, okay, I think we have royals again. Because we easily forget this. And I wanted to do a whole show on this, so I guess we're going to be doing this show on royalty. Because I always say, if you're transgender, sometimes it's just you want to gender affirm and whatever, but sometimes it's also you were royal. You came from royalty. You may not know it because you live in a city and people tell you you're just a transsexual or a transgender. But you probably came from royal. The reason you can tell? Because of the bone structure. Because this kind of bone structure doesn't happen unless you or someone within your family were royal. Why? Because that is good genetics based on good nutrition. You had to be rich in order to afford the food, in order to look this good. So let's just be honest. Barbie boy, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I'm IanXIlyana. I'm a veteran with PTSD. So every day it's a thing. Jay, no, I will not. I will not be quiet about because she was trying to be nice about it. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on because I don't subscribe to that Handmaid's Tale of if you dislike something, please be quiet. ELGGM4C, hey, how are you doing? It's a rough day, rough start for the day. I had to deal with the situation in my office because a woman decided I'm just gonna run towards you, and I noticed that yesterday that there was a photo show. Oh my god, it's so fucking early in the morning, and I cannot speak English. All right. Yesterday was a foreshadowing of that because I was sitting down at a bench in this little park area, and a woman came running toward me, and I have this thing with my PTSD, so I was like, this is a problem. But then, she just veered off and did her thing. And like I said, it's highly, 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 highly unlikely that this woman who weighs less than I do, but I don't eat that much, so it's debatable. It's debatable. But anyway, this little woman is going to rape me in the middle of the fucking lobby. But that's what I think. That's where my mind goes, that's where my body goes, because I have been sexually abused by women, and I have been sexually assaulted by women here in California. So this whole thing of just be quiet about it. It's like, no. I don't care if you are snorting boner pills here in California. You women are so fucking buck wild with your sexuality, and you think that anything fucking goes. It's like, no. You see that Me Too, that, Emma, what's her name? Anyway, that Hermione girl. Yes, Hermione Granger. Hermione Granger with her lovely Me Too, and all the people who've had to deal with that. It's just like, I get it. I 100% get it, because I have been on the side of someone who was sexually abused by someone who was in power. So I understand. At the same time, can any of you understand that it's just not okay to just do that to men also? And I know that it's a huge burden because you might slide up to someone and you're like, well, you can afford this, I'm not trying to hit it, but I want to be around that energy of someone who has money. It's like, okay, you could do that to anyone else but me. Like that game that was gonna happen is just not gonna happen. So as I said, I didn't think that it is very likely for that to happen. It's probably unlikely for it to happen, but it could happen. So let's not put ourselves in any of these kind of situations, okay? Because just like yesterday, you people are the worst actors on the planet. This is why I stopped watching television. I'm like, you people suck at this now. Like, you give awards to people who can, do some ugly crime, but you motherfuckers in corporate and commercial, you just suck at it too now. You're just terrible actors. Me personally, I'm not in that game. I am a disabled, handicapped person, and I just stay right here and I do my thing. I make some music, true, but nobody has to listen to it, and that is that. But the idea of being royal, being divinity, is something that it's really, really important because people need to realize that they have a place in this world, that they have a voice, because you can always speak up. You can always speak up. It is very easy to say, oh, and by the way, she was carrying like a huge container of like super hot stuff. So, it was a game of who's gonna splash who first. Because if she splashed me, guess what? It's on camera. I mean, I would be scolded, but I would also have impetus to say to the United Nations, there's really something going on with the United States, specifically California, that they would insist upon attacking me. But that didn't happen. And I didn't turn around and splash her with this. So let's just call this one a draw. My name is IanXIlyana. I will see all of you on the next podcast.